I'm at a new spot today and I'll be running my HBX 16890A, speed running 3 different high performance LIPOs. 2 of these I've already tested and they're amongst the fastest batteries that you can get that'll fit in here that are 3S, but I have a new one I'm gonna go ahead and test. So a big thank you to Hobby King for sending out this Turnigy 850 milliamp hour 3S LiPo. I've had great luck with other Turnigy LiPos, so I'm really curious to see if this can hang with this Tattu 3S 850 mAh and this LiperiAir 850 milliamp hour LiPo. Again, both of these, the Tattu and the LiperiAir, are really strong performers. They're amongst the strongest batteries you can probably get for this truck that'll actually fit in here. But this truck is pretty heavily modified. It has a Hobbywing 60 amp ESC and a King Val 2845 sized motor at a spicy 5900 kV. So this thing's an absolute screamer. It does get hot and it is pretty warm out today, but I am running a cooling fan and heatsink, which does help it cool down. I still have to let it rest between runs, but it definitely helps. So at any rate, let's go ahead and get started with these speed runs. One other thing to note is I'm running these AIMROCK touring car tires. They lower the center of gravity of this truck, so it's less tipsy. It does sacrifice about 4 miles an hour in top speed with the stock tires. This truck goes about 52 miles an hour, but it'll be in the high 40s today. But again, these AIMROCK tires have worked flawlessly, and you can get 4 of them for, I think they're about $16. So big thank you to AIMROCK for sending these out for my channel as well. Let's get started. First up is the LiperiAir 850 milliamp hour 3S LiPo. And the GPS is zeroed out and reading. First run, 48.1 miles an hour. I gotta fix this steering trim, it's a little messed up here. And 47.3. Let's see how hot it's getting. It's in the low 80s right now, but this ESC fan should help cool this motor down. And so far, it's not too bad. So I'll do 2 runs and then let it cool down while I walk back to the car and change the battery. Next up is the Tattu 3S 850 milliamp hour battery. .3, so virtually the same speed as the LiperiAir, but let's go ahead and do one more run. Yikes. Got a little off the road there, so I'm going to come back this way. And 47.7. And the third and final battery is this Turnigy 3S 850 mAh LiPo. And the GPS is zeroed out and reading. .1, so easily the fastest. Let's see if it can do back-to-back the fastest runs. And 48.4. So there we go. The Turnigy is the fastest of the 3 LiPos. All 3 of these are high performance LiPos, and I'm really shocked that this Turnigy outperformed those 2 others. Most other 3S batteries this size will be slower than any of these 3, than I'm running today, but there you go. Turnigy, 850 milliamp hour, and I believe they claim it's 60C. I can't really see it right now. But C ratings are a bunch of shenanigans anyway. Anyone that watches my channel knows that, and I've done plenty of tests showing that, you know, they're just made up numbers for the most part from the different manufacturers, and they're frequently greatly embellished. As far as the temperatures, I can do 2 or 3 runs, and the fan is really helping pull some heat off this motor. And I'm gonna go ahead and run this some more and run this battery down and see how many more runs I can do before it's back down to 47 miles an hour, which is where the other batteries were just after 2 runs. Run number 3. Man, there's a nasty bump there. Keeps getting me. Unsettles the car. All right, so the voltage is starting to dip a bit, 47 miles an hour. This 5900 kV motor really draws a lot of amps for these little batteries, and it wears them down really quickly. So I can only get maybe 5 minutes of run time out of this car. It does die pretty quickly. I'm gonna do a few runs now back to back and just see how many passes I can get before the battery starts to run low. Still reached 46.7, probably on that run right after I reset the GPS. And let's see how hot the motor is after really going hard there. I can hold my thumb on there for about 5 seconds and it starts to burn. Maybe only 4 seconds. So definitely gets hot, but we'll let it cool down for a minute and run it a few more times. All right, the GPS is zeroed out. Now let it cool down for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Do another run here. .7. I'm gonna keep going. I'm curious to see how slow it'll go right before it hits the low voltage cutoff. Love that little jump there. And we hit the low voltage shut off there, and I am dead in the water. So realistically, I think that probably only gave me about 5 minutes of run time. When I'm editing the video, I'll take a look and see exactly how much run time we really got. But it's the price you pay for having such a hot motor in here. But it's fun while it lasts, and the batteries are cheap, so it's not a big deal. You just pop in a new battery, and plus it needs to cool down anyway. So with this cooling fan, you probably only need to let it run down 1 time during a speed run session. I'm gonna bring it back to the car and we'll check the voltage. Well, unfortunately, I ran this down way too low. I forgot that the low voltage shutoff on this must be set really low, or it just doesn't work that well. So I'm gonna have to get this home and charge it up. Definitely ran that down lower than I should have, unfortunately. All right, I just got done charging all 3 of these batteries, and they held similar capacities, with the Turnigy holding the least. The LiperiAir, I couldn't get the voltage down quite as low to start, so it may have held slightly more. It may have held slightly more than 818 milliamp hours, but there you go. Tattu and LiperiAir did hold a little bit more. However, that is the second time that I've charged this. These have probably been charged 30 or 40 times. So the capacity on this may increase slightly, but probably not quite as much as the difference we're seeing here. Now, as far as the size of these three LIPOs, the LiperiAir and the Turnigy are a little taller than the Tattu. And in length, they're pretty similar. The Tattu, I think, again, is a little smaller, however. And then as far as weights in grams, the Tattu is about 74. The LiperiAir is about 81. And the Turnigy is about 79. I'm out here for the second time today. I recharged the batteries and wanted to redo the testing just to make sure everything's consistent. First up is the LiperiAir. .5, and next up is the Tattu. .3, and I will mention this is a little uphill here. And last up is the Turnigy. Last time out here it was about 1 mile an hour faster than the others, so I'm curious to see if that's still the case. Something seems wrong with the steering here. And the Turnigy, 49.3. I did have a few hiccups on that run. Unfortunately, it had a glitch or something and the truck jumped almost into oncoming traffic. But maybe I'll do one more run here real quick. Alright, so that's definitely going to be it. I do not have a screwdriver with me. Well, I'm honestly a little shocked by those results. Again, the Tattu and LiperiAir batteries are very strong. These are going to blow most other batteries this size out of the water. But this Turnigy did outperform these by, I think it was a little over 1 mile an hour. So, great performance. Now, these AIMROCK tires, definitely recommend these. I am seeing a little bit of tread wear, but not a big deal. This thing really hammers on these tires hard. I had a little fun on and off camera after the speed runs, and they do allow the car to rotate and slide, which is a lot of fun, while still providing enough traction for speed runs, more than enough traction. So, all right, guys, I have a ton of videos on this HBX truck, so definitely go check them out. I have, I think, about 20 videos of me modifying it. And one other thing to note, I am running a Dumbo RC receiver. You may have noted the range I was getting, and I wasn't even pushing it, and that's on almost dead batteries in the transmitter. But that Dumbo RC transmitter and receiver really extends the range much more than the stock setup. That's one of my complaints on this truck in stock form, is just the range is not enough for when you modify it. When it's stock, you know, going 25 to 35 miles an hour, it's sufficient. But when you're going, you know, closer to 50 miles an hour, it's really nice to have some extra range. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And if not, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. AIMROCK tires are a blast. They lower the center of the gravity of the truck so it doesn't roll over quite as easily.